It is day 35. We're currently sitting in a hostel in
Warsaw.
We didn't know where we were gonna sleep. We drove for about an hour and a half, found this hostel, booked it. We had issues because language, misunderstandings. It took us like 1 hour to check in. We just arrived, cooked some dumplings. Of course, you have to have dumplings everywhere you go, right?
Oh yeah.
Zach found some good offers. We didn't know what these
They're
were.
like a breaded sausage roll type thing.
Yeah, which Sarah toasted too much. Yeah.
Yeah, they look good though. They're really good.
Do we know where we're sleeping today?
Nope.
Nope. But that's something we're gonna have to figure out.
After a busy morning, we have decided that we will be in a campsite
North of Kraków.
for tonight. It feels like a downgrade. Honestly, the reason that we've been okay with staying in hotels is because campsites that we found are not much cheaper than a hotel is, so what's the point?
Today,
right?
for example, we're gonna pay 40 euros for a campsite. We'll still have to take a tram to the center.
Yeah, 40 euros for a campsite is still pretty high.
Considering the surroundings, it is difficult to imagine there is a campsite somewhere nearby. But we are just 2 minutes away. It must be that.
You want me to turn left into here?
Yeah, you do have a traffic light. Okay.
Turn right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Where? Where is the car? Oh yes, tents! It says there. There's a sign for tents.
Get out of here.
Yes, it must be that. That's the campsite behind this building.
Wow.
Yeah, there it is. There's the campsite.
Oh my goodness. Huh.
Interesting. We have a spot within some trees with lots of other tents. We have electricity though, that is what we paid for. Now we're thinking, do we pitch something so at least we get a good spot? Because if we come back later without pitching, maybe then there are no spots. Our idea is let's just park and go see the city, and then when we come back we'll figure it out. We are here in Kraków waiting for our tram that should be here in a few minutes. Morris needs to wear a muzzle.
She does not like muzzles. I don't blame her, you know? I would not like a muzzle either.
Here's the stop. That's the campsite. The stop, the campsite. If you see this, what do you understand? I can't smoke, I can't drink, I can't break the furniture, and I cannot study.
We're reading aloud in Poland. 2 of those.
Pay by credit card.
Yep. So it's 2 euros.
Oh, pay by credit card?
We did, didn't we?
Ah, no, I didn't click properly. And we get our 2 tickets.
Okay. First thing that you have to do in every city is you need to check a Too Good To Go, which is what we did. For 4 euros,
We got
sandwich,
a bun,
buns,
a
another
sweet bread.
And I don't even know what that is.
I don't know, but the top is
Toasty.
yeah, from this place right here. The funny thing is that we were on the train, we were supposed to get off the previous stop, but there were 16 minutes left to this, so we risked it, got off the next stop and run.
We live life on the edge.
It seems to be lettuce, egg, mayo, and parsley.
Parsley. It's good. Our second stop in the city is going to be the Jewish Quarter.
It looks like you can pay 99 PLN and they give you a tour in one of the little buses. We are inside Casimir, that is the Jewish quarters. Before World War II, this was the Jewish hub. And right here we have the Remus Synagogue. It was renovated a few years after the war ended due to the damage caused by the war.
Behind me is a memorial for the 65,000 Jewish people that were from Kraków who were killed by the Nazis. And it's very touristy, like the whole Jewish Quarter, right? Because I guess that's kind of what they've converted it to. It's also still very solemn because most of it is still intact from prior to World War II, and very few cities in Europe remain that way. Most of them were destroyed by the Allies or by the Nazis or by the Soviets. So to be in a square surrounded by buildings that were here before then, when that Jewish population was actually here, is really cool. Something that we couldn't find in any other European city.
To enter the synagogue and also see the cemetery, you have to pay around 10 PLN.
I just want to give an idea of what the Jewish Quarter looks like today. Again, these buildings have been here now before World War II. So a lot of these are original structures from when the original Jewish community was here before the Nazis came in and moved them to the ghettos. Now we are going into the Pauper Synagogue, front of the synagogue. They've converted it into a bookshop too. I don't think I'll record inside, just out of respect, but it will be interesting to see how it looks. When you go into these places, it hits different, the weight of it, you know. Although it was just a bookshop, you could still definitely feel it, you know, that you were in there. Just want to give another angle of the square.
Something to take into account if you want to visit the synagogue or maybe other establishments is that the synagogue, for example, said it was open from Sunday to Friday. Saturdays are the sacred day, so it was closed for visits on Saturday.
About the dreidel, the game's simple. Each player starts with some gelt, like chocolate coins or candies, and everyone puts one in the pot. You take turns spinning the dreidel. If it lands on none, you do nothing. Gimel, you take the whole pot. Hey, you get half. And shin, you add one to the pot. The game goes until someone has all the gelt. Historically, it's tied to Hanukkah.
I didn't know the name was the dreidel, so we asked Krok and learned a lot about it.
Look at this other one. This must be another synagogue. Yeah, the wall tilts up in this kind of weird degree, and then you see the circle skylight right at the top. This is really cool too, though. And right in the square and going down another really beautiful road. This is all that's in front of this building. You have no idea what it is. It must be a synagogue, right? This building has a living high synopsis built in the 16th century, destroyed in 1939 through the occupation of German authority.
So the inside was...
So apparently the inside was destroyed in 1939. We have stepped out of the Jewish quarter and we are heading about a half a kilometer to where the ghetto was on the other side of the river. There should be a memorial including part of the ghetto wall. This is the square where the Krakow ghetto was located. It is full of these big steel sitting chairs. There's 70 of them. Each chair commemorates 1,000 Jewish people that were living in Krakow at the time, of which 65,000 were killed. Only 5,000 survived, most of them sent to Auschwitz. In front of us is a piece of the original wall that was actually built around the ghetto from 1941 through 1943. It's not just like a little wall, it's huge. This thing is 10 feet tall. Absolutely crazy to see. Such a big wall around the whole area. At these memorials, people will actually leave small stones very similar to those right there. It is a Jewish tradition of honoring the dead. Instead of flowers, which wilt and die, stones last forever, which is why they use stones. All these buildings right here are all older than when the Holocaust happened, which means that when they built the ghetto, these buildings are where the Jews were living, and it was 7 people per room. This one area held thousands and thousands of people.
From 1941 to 1943, this building housed the Jewish Social Self-Help Organization. Nearby building number 22 housed a daycare center for children aged 6 to 14. During the ghetto liquidation in March 1943, the Germans murdered all the children staying there. Oh my gosh. Between 1941 and 1943, this building was the Jewish hospital. During the liquidation of the ghetto in March of 1943, the German occupiers killed everybody that was in the hospital at that time.
To send Jews away for forced labor.
And then it became the hospital for chronically ill and recovering patients. But it started as an employment office. We are now walking around 30 minutes from where the ghetto was to where the market square is, and we have encountered another square. There are so many people doing walking tours. It is something we could be doing even with Morris, but it's just very difficult to organize that we can book the tour, be there on time and everything. There you have what looks like a church.
We made it to Wawel Castle, and it is huge. It's massive. I don't know that you can tell from here because of the camera distortion, but it is giant and overlooming the whole city. Below it, there is a cave called the Dragon's Den. It's called the Dragon's Den because there is a legend that a dragon was slain in that cave by a shoemaker. After attempting to visit the castle, we then came to Old Town, where we have now made it to the center. We are headed to a market.
Let's go.
It is one of the oldest markets in all of Europe that is still running today. It has been running since the medieval times. It's very lively. There are street performers, there are vendors. All the buildings seem to be taken care of and full of shops and restaurants. There are thousands of people walking up and down the street right now. Coming up on the market now. Oh, and of course you have your horse-drawn carriages because, I mean, what better way to see the center of the city? We are coming up on this giant building back here and we couldn't figure out what it was.
I thought it was a church.
I thought it was a church. Turns out that's the market. That is where we are heading. I'm pumped. This looks so cool. Wow. This is amazing.
Look, it keeps going.
Absolutely incredible.
So cool. The street is really open.
Right.
The other old towns, the streets are really narrow.
This city is incredible. The architecture, the history, the
Vibrant vibe.
The vibe of the whole city is fantastic. Immediately tops the charts. Directly in front of me, this is St. Mary's Basilica. It is known for its hourly trumpet call. The trumpet call was used as a way to warn people of fires or of danger coming and whether the gates were opening or closing to the city. In the 13th century, legend has it there was a trumpeter who was actually shot in the neck while he was playing the trumpet, which abruptly stopped him playing. Now, every hour, to this day, a fireman will play the trumpet and abruptly stop, symbolizing the trumpeter that was once shot in the neck. This is the market square. You can see the shields from all the cities and the wooden stands selling loads of, obviously, souvenirs. I mean, what else are they going to sell? This is awesome.
A lot of amber.
A lot of amber. We're way south of the amber, right? Like, when do they stop selling amber? That's the question. They've probably been selling amber here for centuries. We are exiting the center. We are on our way back to camp where we will set up. Recap of Kraków. Fantastic. This city didn't just exceed expectations. It blew it out of the water. This is one city that I would happily come back to. I would happily come back to this city.
Well, I would recommend so many places we've seen.
Yeah, this has to be my number one so far. It
I
has
would recommend
literally everything.
I would recommend a road trip in Poland.
Yes.
Similar to what we did in Romania. There is a lot of history you can see, and there are also very nice towns. Road trip in Poland. Stop in Kraków, of course.
In summary, we had a great time. Highly recommended.
The moment has arrived.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
Give me the party one now. This is the best light ever. Thank you, Yanis. Let's start with a sock. That is a juice. I wanted something to drink, refreshing, sweet.
So you bought me socks. Oh my god.
I basically typed on Google traditional Polish food, and I just kept doing like this. I didn't translate the products, and I went like, oh, this is in this list.
Oh my god. Okay.
We're gonna start with crisps. They are onion flavor. There was a whole section of spring onion crisps. Cebulka. A whole column, different brands like or flat. The internet told me I had to buy Gołąbki.
It looks
similar
like a
to a Romanian sarmale.
Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to be a cabbage roll
wrap, yeah.
filled with rice, meat, and spices. I bought plakis, that are potato pancakes. Kluskis, they are pieces of potato that
Okay.
looks like gnocchis to
Kind of
me.
look like gnocchis, yeah.
And I think this bowl seems like a buttery. I got some rosol, a traditional soup,
Okay.
a typical clear broth. I don't know if it even has anything inside. I got zurek,
What the hell is that?
another traditional soup. Something typical here as a side dish is a coleslaw. They had like whole section here. Then I went somewhere else, they had another section. So I was like, some had beetroot, some didn't, some had too much carrots, some didn't have enough carrots, some had celery, some didn't have celery.
Okay.
I was overwhelmed. The name of it is surovka. I decided to go for what I think is cabbage, carrot and onion. The name of Polish sausage is kielbasa. I got 2 kielbasas that were in offer. Turkey kielbasa, and then I got this other kielbasa that is different. I don't know. Kielbasas. You said you wanted sausage, so you got
I did,
sausage.
yeah.
Last, I got this chunk of meat. I don't know what it
hell
is.
is that?
I don't know.
Just got a giant chunk of meat. It looks like ham.
That's it.
Wow, cool. Yeah, you went crazy.
We are 5 minutes away from quiet time, 10 p.m. We're about to have dinner.
We have gołąbki, stuffed cabbage rolls, and little potato gnocchi type bite things called kluski.
We're not quite sure if we cook them properly.
Yeah, we have no idea. It's kind of like a gnocchi. Ground beef and rice.
Interesting.
It is like ground beef mixed with rice, covered in cabbage, boiled, and put in like a tomato sauce. It gets better.
Yeah.